1989, the sudden disappearance of Duncan MacPherson, a promising professional ice hockey player, sent shockwaves through the sports world. Last seen in Austria, where he planned to enjoy a summer of skiing, MacPherson's fate remained a haunting mystery until his remains were shockingly discovered in 2003 on a ski slope. This video delves into the swirling vortex of conspiracy theories that have cropped up around his unexplained disappearance and subsequent death. From foul play to cover-ups, we'll explore the various unsettling theories that attempt to make sense of what really happened to Duncan MacPherson. Duncan MacPherson vanished under mysterious circumstances while in Europe in August 1989. Initially traveling to Austria for a coaching position, his plans abruptly changed, leading him to a ski resort in Innsbruck. His last confirmed sighting was at a local ski shop where he had gone to get his snowboard repaired. After failing to return to Canada as scheduled, MacPherson was reported missing by his family. Initial search efforts yielded no clues, plunging his whereabouts into deep uncertainty. The lack of substantial leads or evidence at the time led to a myriad of speculations and minimal coverage from local authorities. His disappearance remained a cold case for years, marked by silent trails and unanswered questions. The mysterious nature of his last known activities and the sudden cessation of all communication have fueled widespread speculation and intrigue, setting the stage for numerous conspiracy theories that would emerge following the later discovery of his remains. 14 years after his disappearance, Duncan MacPherson's remains were unexpectedly discovered in July 2003 by a ski resort worker in Innsbruck, Austria. The discovery on a glacier beneath a ski lift was as shocking as it was tragic. Authorities determined that MacPherson had likely died in a skiing accident, with his body becoming trapped under snow and ice, which preserved it for years. The location and condition of the body raised several questions. As earlier searches of the area had reported nothing, the official cause of death was noted as mechanical asphyxiation, suggesting that he might have been crushed or suffocated by the snowpack. However, the delayed discovery and circumstances of finding his body so many years later, along with discrepancies in the reports of his last seen location, intensified the mystery and led to suspicions of mishandling or even a cover-up by local officials. These elements fueled the burgeoning conspiracy theories surrounding his untimely death. One prevailing conspiracy theory about Duncan MacPherson's disappearance centers on the possibility of foul play. Proponents of this theory suggest that MacPherson may have been involved in a dispute or had conflicts that led to his intentional harm. This theory gained some traction from the unusual circumstances surrounding his disappearance, such as his sudden and unexplained change in plans and his last known location being in a relatively secluded area. Additionally, the state in which his remains were discovered years later, partially entangled in ski lift machinery, raises questions about the nature of his death. Critics argue that if it had been a simple skiing accident, his body would likely have been found during the initial search efforts shortly after his disappearance. Supporters of the foul play theory also point to inconsistencies in the investigation and alleged delays in the official response by local authority, suggesting a possible cover-up. The fact that MacPherson was a foreign national in a remote location might have contributed to a less thorough approach to the investigation, according to theorists. This theory is further complicated by reports of missing personal items and unclear forensic evidence, which could indicate a struggle or an attempt to conceal the circumstances of his death. The second major conspiracy theory surrounding Duncan MacPherson's death involves a potential cover-up by local authorities. This theory is fueled by various anomalies and administrative lapses noted during the initial investigation and subsequent discovery of his remains. Supporters of this theory argue that the local police and possibly other governmental agencies had motivations to obscure the true circumstances of MacPherson's death, primarily to protect the reputation of the region as a safe tourist destination. The significant delay in finding his body, despite it being located in an area that should have been thoroughly searched during initial efforts, raises suspicions about the thoroughness and sincerity of the search operation. Critics of the investigation cite the cursory nature of the official reports and the seemingly hurried conclusion that MacPherson died in a skiing accident as evidence of a cover-up. They point to the lack of transparency in the handling of forensic evidence and the delay in informing his family about the discovery of the body. Furthermore, questions about the integrity of the autopsy report, which some believe was manipulated to support the accident theory, add to the belief that local authorities may have manipulated facts to avoid a scandal that could deter future tourists and affect the local economy. The third conspiracy theory about Duncan MacPherson's mysterious demise proposes that he might have inadvertently become entangled with organized crime, leading to his murder. This theory speculates that MacPherson, possibly through his social interactions or unknown connections, crossed paths with criminal elements operating within or around the ski resort areas. Those advocating this theory often point to the region's history, with occasional criminal activities linked to the smuggling and illicit trade due to its geographic location and the transient nature of tourist population. The organized crime involvement theory gains some credibility from the abrupt and unexplained changes to MacPherson's plans and his last-minute decision to stay in Austria longer than initially intended. These elements suggest to some that he might have been meeting with someone or gotten involved in situations beyond his control. Moreover, the condition and location of his body when found, hidden under snow in a popular ski area, raise questions about whether his death could have been staged to look like an accident. This theory is further bolstered by the fact that important personal effects, such as his identification and some ski equipment, were never recovered, indicating a possible motive to conceal his identity and the true nature of his death. The enduring mystery of Duncan MacPherson's disappearance and the subsequent discovery of his remains have left a profound impact on his family, friends, and the public. For years, his loved ones grappled with the painful uncertainty of his fate, compounded by the sparse information and ambiguous circumstances surrounding his case. The eventual discovery of his body provided some closure, but the swirling conspiracy theories and unresolved questions have continued to haunt them, fueling ongoing demands for further investigation and clarity. The case has also captured the imagination of the broader public and media, becoming a subject of documentaries, articles, and forum discussion. MacPherson's story is often cited as a cautionary tale about the vulnerabilities travelers may face in foreign lands and the complexities of dealing with international legal and investigative processes. His legacy, beyond his sports career, has evolved into a symbol of the mysteries that can lurk behind seemingly straightforward incidents. Furthermore, this case has prompted discussions about the responsibilities of local authorities in handling the cases of missing foreigners and the importance of transparent, thorough investigations. It serves as a reminder of the ripple effects that the unresolved disappearance of a single individual can have, influencing policies, procedures, and the collective consciousness around missing persons cases. The unresolved disappearance and death of Duncan MacPherson continue to resonate deeply. His family endured years of painful uncertainty, exacerbated by the mysterious circumstances and sporadic information surrounding his case. The eventual discovery of his remains provided some closure, but also fueled further speculation and conspiracy theories. MacPherson's story has captured public and media attention, becoming a subject of various documentaries and discussions, highlighting the complexities of international legal processes and the vulnerabilities of travelers abroad. His legacy now serves as a poignant reminder of the profound impact a single unresolved case can have on families and communities. As we conclude our exploration of the conspiracy theories surrounding Duncan MacPherson's tragic disappearance and death, it's clear that numerous questions remain unanswered. Each theory presents a different angle, from foul play to possible cover-ups and even organized crime involvement. What do you think happened to Duncan MacPherson? Do any of these theories seem more plausible to you? Or do you have another perspective? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Your insights could shed new light on this enduring mystery, and perhaps together we can edge closer to uncovering the truth.